In the famous Russian fairy tales, there are often different gadgets mentioned that help the various characters, and surprisingly, some of them are similar to actual modern electronic devices. Some of them show the other side of the world, some plan your route, and some even make you dance. Firebird alias Jar Titsa. Firebird with its flaming glow is one of the main Russian fairy tale characters. Its image is used in traditional crafts and in theater art. It was even once the symbol of the 2009 Eurovision Song Contest in Moscow. This bird has many magical abilities, the main being the power to heal. And that's why there's always a real hunt for the firebird in fairy tales. But it's actually enough to have one of its luminous feathers. In some tales, a character can't even take them without gloves, because they could get burned. In addition to medicinal properties, a feather can also be used as a source of light and heat. And in the end, it turns into gold. A very useful thing, actually. Live and dead water. In most mythologies, as a rule, water symbolizes life. In Slavic fairy tales, water is not only live, but also dead, and they act together to bring a character back to life. First, they are sprinkled with the dead water, and then with the live one. Dead water can seal wounds and put together body parts. Prominent Soviet folklorist Vladimir Prop explained that dead water symbolized the rite of burial, and that this water completed the process of death. After this, the live water returned a character to life. If a wounded person were sprinkled with live water first, they would open their eyes, but remain wounded and eventually die. Self-playing guzli. A guzli was considered the most important Slavic musical instrument. The name guzli comes from the words hum and buzz. In Russian, epos, guzli alias samogudi, which could play music themselves without a human, are often mentioned as an instrument that helped characters to defend their enemies. They were switched on with just a voice command, guzli, play, and make everyone around them dance without interruption. In one legend, such a guzli helps to make a simple shepherd to marry the Tsar's daughter, who was conquered by his playing. A silver plate with an apple. Yes, in Slavic fairy tales, there were quite a lot of mentions of gadgets with apples, and, in fact, they did the same thing as modern smartphones. For example, they showed other people and events at a distance. The principle of operation was simple. A person used a voice command, an apple, roll on a silver plate, and show me the cities and fields, or something else that was needed. The Klaidnet sword. Now, it's talk about a bogatir's magical arms. The word Klaidnets has common roots with the words treasure and to put. Also, some scientists note the connection of this word with the Latin word gladius, which also means a type of a sword. In some stories, it's noted that this sword is extracted by the bogatirs from mounds or graves, and, thus, this arm is linked with the supernatural power of the dead world. And with the help of this sword, the heroes defeated Zmei Goranich, a sorcerer in the form of a huge head, and other bad creatures. Self-served tablecloth. A tablecloth that serves breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a light snack by itself, with the help of a voice command. In Russian, it's called skatert samobranka. This word comes either from the word to take, or bran, which simply means a patterned fabric. In fact, it also has a terrible meaning. All the food is taken from the dead world, where there is no shortage of anything. That's why such a tablecloth is most often either for evil characters like Baba Yaga, or for kids captured by monsters. By the way, a similar gadget is also mentioned in old European fairy tales. Soviet sci-fi writers the Strugatsky brothers very ironically made a parody of fabulous canteens through the image of such tablecloths. A ball of thread. In Russian fairy tales, there is also an analog of a GPS navigator via a magic ball. When fairy tale characters asked where to go, they were often answered, "Go, I don't know where," and a ball of thread helped them get to the strange place. When it was rolling, showed the right way, and was very convenient. This thing, however, most often led to the afterlife world, where the kidnapped kids were kept.